You're not.
And I'll be honest with you, if I'm going to pay $2,000, you better fucking hammer on my face for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Alan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the 195th episode of the BLC Podcast, the official podcast of Monkey Banana Raffles.
Oh.
Is that right, Fred?
Banana raffle.
Monkey Banana Raffles.
Monkey
We
banana
are
raffle.
proudly broadcasting live from the Palatial EC studios scattered all across the upstate of South Carolina. And you can catch us streaming live every sometimes or anytime on YouTube, Insta, Facebook, Blue Sky, and all your favorite podcast platforms. And of course, on americasfavoritepodcast.com. It's a website. And now it's winner, chicken dinner. It's Fred.
Hey guys, it's
You gonna
me.
come in? Fred's got a
Check
surprise
it
for everybody.
out. Check it
Wow. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks great.
Well, somebody got his tax return.
Fred has a much more convincing studio behind him now.
He cashes his AMC stock.
No more. A lot of that shit. Oh, 20 grand. I did a little decorating. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife were throwing some shit away, and she had these curtains, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll take those curtains.
Yeah, it looks
Put 'em
great.
up behind me, so
Now we can just get a little
instead of
internet
taking
for
my
you.
wall. Yeah, well, you know, this is working.
That'd be great.
T-Mobile's working. And
T-Mobile for the
and
win.
here,
Not a sponsor.
there you go. No, I want to get that Ryan Reynolds internet. That'll be great.
Ooh. Is that Mint?
And as always, the guy who locates and vocates,
Rotates.
Alan OTB.
That's me.
Yeah, he's vocating.
Locates, vocates, and flatulates.
Yes.
And flashlights.
Ah. Well, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's been one heck of a week out there. And we're here, and you're here, and it's past July 4th. So that's good.
It is, man. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fireworks are crazy.
We're always fucking late, ain't we? God damn.
No, we're always ahead of time. We're always early.
We're going to have to call this the White Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Because we're always early.
It's
Always 3 days early. Well, that's the problem. So for those who haven't figured it out by now, I don't know why you wouldn't have known this by now. We record a few days before we release.
Yes.
It is a few days. It would be less if you guys would just, do it. But
We do
it
it.
isn't. Do it or don't do it. I don't know. Do it.
I don't know why, because like you could just put this shit out tomorrow.
No, because Alan likes
Because
to
nobody
fart
edits.
noises under everything.
Oh,
Alan edits every
Gotta-
episode.
gotta have those fart noises.
He painstakingly puts it on in the background while he touches his own butt. And that's it. But he's like, that's edited. I get it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly touches his own butt.
Tell nobody.
Right. But no, so we always forget.
Yes.
But
we
see,
record on Wednesdays, release
had
on
we done
Mondays.
last week, it would have been too early to do 4th of July.
I
So
know. and
next,
that's
in
what
2
I'm saying,
years,
like,
2 or 3 years, we're going to nail it.
we're gonna get it right.
Oh, yeah.
When time comes back around,
I was like, what are they complaining about? 4th of July's on Friday. And then it's like,
every 7 years, we nail
yeah.
it,
Yeah. Into
Which
the
is-
future.
which is what we're going for. Well, Fred, speaking of the future and nailing it,
Oh yeah.
I nailed
You nailed it.
a movie by watching it, I guess. I don't really know.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about it because it's a movie that I think I want your opinion on it because I have an opinion, and I know you watch it. I know Alan didn't bother, and that's fine.
Yeah.
There's too many people of ill repute in it for him.
Yes,
is what we'll say. Is what we're gonna say. That's what they would have said. So, Fred, we watched not together, but we should have watched together. We watched the brand new musical. Fun. Yeah, it probably would have been that fun. The brand new musical that's taken over something, I guess, maybe.
Wait, it was a musical?
It was a musical. We'll talk about it now.
That's why we're talking about it. We're talking about it.
Okay,
Alan,
it wasn't a musical.
Well, hold on. Let's get to it, and then we'll talk. Sinners. We have to tell them what it is. Otherwise, they're not going to know what we're talking about.
Sinners. So, it's a musical.
We watched Sinners, a movie that's both long and good, and
that's what she said,
and was sold to me as a musical, which is how I convinced my wife to watch it with me. And then we found out, as Fred has alluded to, maybe not as much of a musical as you think it would be.
Right. It had music in it.
It did have a lot of music.
It had a couple songs, it had like 3 songs, maybe 4. Maybe
I mean, the amount of music, it was about.
But they played the whole. Yeah, it was it was about the music at the you didn't know it was about the music until the end though.
Right.
You really didn't
they said
know
it in the beginning also.
Oh yeah, I guess
like a lot.
Yeah.
Right in the first thing that happened.
Right. Yeah, that is what.
But then it's easy to forget because they're just hey, here's what's going to happen. You're like, oh, whatever. And then you go out. They showed,
and it's a lot of build up. It's a lot of build up before you get to the
hot, steamy part. Musical action.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory and character development,
right? Which is what a movie should be.
Yeah, should be. Yeah,
should be.
But I'm mad. The only reason I'm mad because there was so much sex in that movie. There was sex talk.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of talking about that.
Yeah, but not one titty. Didn't give me one titty.
I think
they gave me a breast. That was a breast.
Right, turkey breast.
But it was a baby on it. There was a baby on that.
Not good enough for Frank.
Wait. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It was not a titty. It was a working titty. It wasn't just for fun.
It was a working titty. The titty had a job to do.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was there for,
Sorry, sir, I'm not here for you.
I know. I appreciate you coming out, but I got some work to take care of right now.
I've got some work to do here.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I said, I don't know, overall, Fred. Before we get into some of the nitty gritty, what was your overall? I gave it I agree with you. Okay, so I agree. It took a lot of build up. It was a lot of okay, what's going to happen? But you kind of felt that. You felt like it kind of reminded me, and this is not necessarily the same thing at all, but kind of like Dusk Till Dawn, where you're just it's build up. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah, I felt like it was a mix between, and I don't know if you've seen this other movie, Dusk Till Dawn and Idlewild.
Oh. No, I've heard of it, but
the Outcast movie.
Okay.
It was kind of set in the same era,
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like it was a mix between there because
it's funny
Idlewild had a lot of music in it.
Right. It's funny you say that because musical. I made some notes, and then we're a week removed because we had Miss Lily on last week, and so I kind of forgot some of my notes. But one of the notes that I made was Andre 3000.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, I think Andre 3000 was in that movie.
He was one of the vampires.
I think he might have been.
He was playing a flute.
There was a guy playing a flute, and I was like, that might be him.
Look at Trey.
Yep, I was like, here we go. No, it was great. And the only thing I will say, there's a few little things I will say is first, back in the day. So this was set, Alan, in what, like the 40s? Maybe?
30s.
30,
like 36. Like 36.
Yeah. So, shit was going down. People were poor, but free for the most part.
Mississippi.
Or, allegedly
Mississippi.
In the Delta.
So this is like the Robert Johnson area.
What
Yeah,
else?
exactly.
Fred's referencing his map. Oh, okay. You're opening a beer. I thought you had a map. You're like, look, right here. That's the Delta.
That's right there. That's Mississippi, where it says cold beer.
Yeah. Imagine the river is where it says cold beer.
Cold beer.
Now, we got some Irish beers here.
Irish beer served here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
We
that.
don't take those wooden nickels.
That's right. Oh, yeah, dude. That was the whole thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good point. But,
Wooden nickels.
Fred, the first thing that stuck out to me is there were a lot of people opening doors while holding shotguns. So I guess that's just a thing you had to do back in the day. Because, I mean, like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, how else would you open a door if you don't know what's about to go down?
Right, yeah.
But every time somebody opened a door in that movie.
You didn't want nobody getting the jump on you.
No, every single time somebody opened a fucking door, there was a shotgun.
Somebody go take a shit. There's shotgun.
Yeah, they're like,
shotgun. Oh shit.
Well, and I think that's part of it too. Is like you don't know if it's a human that's trying to kill you, if it's an animal that's trying to kill you. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. So you got to be prepared.
You got to have that. You got to have that.
You got to have.
So was this like a vampire movie?
It was a vampire movie. Yes.
Okay.
It was a vampire, and
it was a vampire movie for like the last 20 minutes.
Right. It was mostly just a movie about people trying to make their way in the world.
Yeah. So now what was their okay, they were the Smokestack twins.
Right. Smoke and Stack.
Smokestack.
Yep.
Smoke and Stack. So was it like Smokestack and
there's
Stack?
I guess.
Smokestack.
Stack and Smokestack.
That's why Smokestack and Stack.
Okay, Fred, you're gonna think, and I don't know if this is horrifically racist or not, it probably is. It is.
It already.
But like, it took me till about halfway through the movie to realize that both twins were Michael B. Jordan.
Oh fuck!
I don't know why. I knew, and then I was like literally halfway through the movie. I was like, wait.
Were you watching it on like a tiny TV or something?
No, I didn't. Immediately in the movie, you see them together a bunch, right?
Yeah.
And so my brain immediately was like, oh, that's just like two different people.
And then they kept calling them twins.
Right. And then I was like, oh, literally halfway through, I was like, they're both Michael B. Jordan. Holy shit.
Hey, man. You never go full retard.
I did. I feel like I did. I think it was just because of the boringness of the movie to start with.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, I took a page out of Alan's book, and I'm like, these are different people now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, let's make this interesting.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this could be better.
Another thing that got me was just like, but I know this is 1936 Mississippi, but like everybody was country, like.
Oh yeah, except for the Asian people.
They were country too.
They were a little country, but they weren't as country.
They were like, "Come on now, honey, let's get on."
You're right.
Now. We got to go. We got to go now. Come on. They were just straight Asian, just like
hey
now.
You're right. No, you're right.
Hey now, Stacks, what do you need?
Come on.
You need some catfish? I got the catfish, bud.
Need me to make you a sign?
You want me a sign? Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like voodoo in there, Alan. A lot of voodoo.
One color.
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Yeah.
I only had one color. But
one color.
So yeah, there's a lot of voodoo, and then of course, Alan, shockingly, in this movie, the vampires were white guys. And
they're white. They're white.
But you knew it from the get. Like as soon as you saw the guy, you're like, that dude there's something up with this whitey.
Yeah. Well, actually, when you think about it, most vampires except Blade were white.
And Blade's half vampire.
But that's because of the history of vampires.
He's a mulatto
vampires come from Eastern Europe, which is where white people live.
Yeah, I guess. And then
it's not like,
And then Blade, he was different, even though he was a vampire, he was a daywalker.
Right.
Yeah, so he was still different. He was still different. Yeah.
So I was immediately first thing, and see, that's the thing. I knew it was kind of a vampire movie from what I was told. Mm-hmm. But like as soon as the vampires showed up, I was like, God damn it, these vampires.
Yeah.
They're gonna get them. They're gonna get them.
Now I don't understand like how he didn't die when he first came on screen, because he was like in the sun.
Yeah,
he was running. He was burning. Yeah, like how did he? How did he not? And it was midday. It was the afternoon.
Because in Mississippi, white people burn, but they don't burn.
I don't know how the Mississippi sun didn't kill his ass.
Yeah, I think he must have hidden everybody. He must have hidden himself away for a while.
I guess.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was a good movie. Like I said, so Fred, before we get into the nitty gritty, which we're almost there.
Yeah, nitty gritty.
What did you give it out of 10? Not firstly as just a movie, and then as a musical.
I give it a 6. I like the guy that sang the guitar guy. He had a real good voice. So
he did.
And the movie was okay. It was okay. I liked the ending. The ending was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was like a 7.5. Terrible. Yeah. Not so much as a musical.
Like a 6. Yeah, it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't a musical.
I don't think it was a musical either. So I think the people who were calling it a musical is just lazy.
I thought that
people being lazy.
I thought that the real musical number was like really weird though. Like
the Vampire Irish song.
No, like when he was singing and they did all the they went back through the
yeah. That was the whole thing.
The legacy. I know, I get it, but like I just thought that was a weird. Like,
I thought it was cool.
The fake Bootsy Collins looking dude, and
I thought it was cool.
DJ and the girl twerking, and I was just like,
I was into that.
Yeah, it was all right.
I was like, twerk it up.
I give it a 6.
But the one thing that I will say, Alan, and this is why I give it a 7. This is what moved it up a whole point for me, is because all of the black people in the movie pretty much knew how to handle their shit when it came to vampires. Yeah. They were not like, once they realized like what was going on, they weren't like, oh, well, let's let them, one of them in. You know, they were like, no.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
The hoodoo lady, she knew.
Well, because if they're into voodoo, they know that. They know what.
Right. Well, and that's what she was like. This was some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But then leave it to the country Asian to mess it all up.
I don't know why Delroy Lindo though, like why he sacrificed himself like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because he was bored.
Because they wrote it in the script.
I think he was just trying to save himself for the next generation, man. You know how it is.
He's like, I had my time.
Yeah,
come on and eat me. Choke on
it.
Choke on it.
He wanted to give him indigestion.
Well,
yeah. Choke on it.
He was like, these Irish beers.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. It was all about the Irish
tastes
beers.
like cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
They do taste like cabbage.
Yeah, because they were, the only thing they had down there to drink was like corn liquor.
Right.
So like they brought the Irish beers back from Chicago, and that was like, oh,
they were hot as shit.
Something new. Yeah.
I was like, as soon as he he's like, check this out. I was like, no, don't drink that, bro.
Hot Guinness.
Yeah. Oh God, it had to be steaming because they're all sweating. The whole movie, everybody's just sweating.
Yeah, it's
Mississippi.
1936.
I know.
Mississippi. Yeah.
I feel it though.
It's the fall of Mississippi, fall in Mississippi, man.
I feel it now because it's been that way here, and I'm like, no, we can't.
Yeah.
It was weird to me that there were some Indian people on there that were just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. They just we're Indian, we're here.
And then
I didn't know they had Indians in Mississippi.
They're like, it's getting dark. All right, that's no place for Indians. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Not Indian, not like people from India, Alan.
Yeah, no. Even though there were Asians.
See how I said that the right way?
Yeah, Native American.
Well, but that makes sense to me because, Asians helped build the railroads in America.
Yeah, in California.
But they can move.
What are you talking about, man? The Asians built.
But why would they move to Mississippi?
Because they stand out.
That's not.
I mean, that's probably as far as they got because if you notice, they ain't no railroad in the East Coast. I mean, there's some.
There's some. Yeah, but like. Not like out west. Yeah.
Right. Well, okay. Well, Sinners, Alan, watch it. But
Sinners.
Watch the first half of it, like at 1.5 or 2 speed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just plot. And it's great.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good movie. Good plot. But like you don't want to. It does get tiring where you're like, just do the thing. Go to
just get to the shit.
Go dance something. Like somebody go do something. But great.
How about Haley Seinfeld passing herself off as mulatto?
Yeah, I didn't get that because I was like, that girl is not whatever. Right. I didn't know who that was, but I was like, she's hot, but I don't know who that. Like, she ain't what she says she is.
Yeah,
that's cultural appropriate. Yeah, she was white as shit. Like,
why couldn't they got Journey Smollett? They could have got Journey Smollett to play.
They could have literally gotten anyone.
Yeah,
Aquafina even. I would have.
Hey,
I would have believed that. Yeah, I would have believed
flag
that.
over here. What? Vampires?
Wasn't she supposed to be like a quarter? Wasn't that like a quarter thing? Wasn't that what it was? There was she.
I think she said
black?
her mom was mixed or something.
Something like that.
Daddy
Yeah,
was white. Yeah,
something like that.
Somebody helped finance that movie, so they had to.
Like, you said that you fucking stuck your tongue in my, what do they call it? In my coos.
Yeah, my coos. Yeah, a lot of coos talk. A lot of coos talk. Yeah, no, and then
stuck my tongue in your coos and fucked until I couldn't walk.
I will say that was weird that like there was, you're right about that, Fred. There was a lot of like talk about
a lot of sex talk,
but like not like oh well, you know, like dirty, stinky, rotten, nasty.
Yeah. Like the one guy was gonna eat the girl out, and she was like,
you gotta
I walked over here. I got the wash up.
I don't give a shit. Yeah,
and I just want to taste you. Huh?
Oh, yeah. And then there's like, well, then there's like a weird, like, and it probably pretty period accurate, pardon the expression, sex scene between one of the Michael B. Jordans and the voodoo lady. And I was like, that is just some dirty, rotten.
Yeah. In the sex
out. The kids are
like a little tiny shack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's like selling her wares and shit. And he's like, let's knock this out real quick. And she's like, all right, I'm just going to pull up my dress. And it was like, it was very transactional for it felt like. But still worth watching, Fred. I'll tell you what, the only thing I can think of that was more of a just decrepit, nasty, gross. Oh, there you go. Nasty, gross sex talk, Fred, is what I heard from you and your old buddy Diddy. I don't want to associate with you with him, but I know you were a bad boy for life. I remember back in the day, like Bad Boy Records for life.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We free. Yeah, he's free.
True. He's free.
Is he? Did they let him out?
I don't know
if they let him out.
Because I still think
is it free? He got found guilty on 2 charges.
They were the
transportation, prostitution, or something like that. But he's been in there for like almost 6 to 8 months.
Okay, so what they're saying right now, he is still in jail. He was denied bail and will remain in custody while awaiting sentencing. So I don't know what. Let's see. What is the man?
When I went to court, they sentenced my ass that day.
Yeah, but you're not rich, dude.
Yeah, you're not Diddy. I wonder if the Punisher's going to come. I wonder if the He's going to come for him now. He's like, you know,
the real Punisher.
The real Punisher.
John, whatever his name is.
The man. So apparently,
Diddy.
The 2 charges that he got.
Girls. You got them girls.
The 2 charges that he got prosecuted on were for the Mann Act, which is also known as the White Slave Traffic Act. Of course, they had a White Slave Traffic Act. And it carries a maximum penalty of 10 years and a fine.
Yeah, they're
time served.
So,
time served.
Yeah.
They're gonna give them sick. You think they're gonna be like time served for 2 of them?
Yeah, they won't.
Maybe.
But time served, fine, and community service.
Dude, and the thing is that motherfucker did not sing.
Mm-mm.
He could never sing.
He didn't.
He did not. So when he gets out,
have you heard him sing?
There's a lot of people right now. There's a lot of people right now that are very nervous.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I'm nervous just in case.
There's a lot because he's pissed. I mean, he got gray hair and shit.
Oh yeah,
dude. He's got. Yeah. I mean, you can't. That's like,
the
what was that
world got to
dude?
see the real Diddy.
Right. What was that dude? Was Andrew Tate or whatever? When he and his brother were like in Romanian prison for 6 months or whatever, and you got to see that he wasn't like some crazy badass. He was like an old bald dude.
Yeah.
With like no hair on top, and everybody's like, oh. He's not the alpha male that we thought he was.
Nah, he gonna be
that dude has no chin either, man. Like,
no, dude.
Nah.
That guy's a piece of crap.
Yes.
His chin.
He's one of them pieces of shit that doesn't float.
Yeah. And it won't go down if you flush it. It just keeps coming
Never
back.
will. Yep. Never will. I do think it's funny that they're like, we're bringing him back to Miami. And then they're like a week later, like, no, and they got to go.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate
out of here.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, even DeSantis was like, no, you get the fuck
like,
out of my state.
Yeah, deal with that guy. I'm sorry.
No. Hell out of here.
He's like, we don't want your money. Get the fuck out of here.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, speaking of, we don't want your money. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Not really at all. It's quite the opposite of this that happened to me recently. Fred, I have a new, and this hurts. This one hurts me, Fred. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
A new enemy of the show. And yeah, I don't want this to be an enemy because I love it in my heart. But just like Diddy, if you do the crime, you got to do the time. And because of that, the newest enemy of the Black Lincoln Collective podcasts, this area of it anyway, is chicken wings. I know it hurts. It hurts. I know you're both shocked. I can see the look of shock in your face.
Sorry, I can't go.
Well, let me explain to you why it's the enemy of the show for me right now, and then you can decide if
it's stuck up your butt.
I wish more than anything that was what had happened. No, Fred.
Play the chicken wings and they one of them went up your butt.
One of them just like chicken popped out. And I was like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And the kids were like, what? And then I farted out a chicken wing. No, I wish that's what would have happened. That would be hilarious. No, instead what happened is I made chicken wings for the family. They were delicious. Everyone was like, oh, these are good. And I like them.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. I also enjoy them. And I think I told you guys I got a good deal on chicken wings, so I had to do it. And so we're down. Everybody's eating. There's one wing left. And you can't just let one wing go to waste. Like that seems ridiculous, right? So I was like, oh, it's one flat. I'll take this thing down. And like and so I was like, how do I take the chicken? I'm like, what's the most efficient way to take care of this chicken wing other than shoving it up my butt? And that is to do what I've seen all over the internet and do the thing where you like hold one end of it and like rake it with your teeth. And so you get it all in one bite. Right. You get all the bones out. It's delicious, right? Yeah. No, fuck that strategy. That was the dumbest thing I've literally ever done in my life.
You can do it.
No, I can do it. So I did it and I was like, yay, all right. And then I went to take a bite of the chicken wing that was in my mouth already. Because, you want to chew stuff up before you swallow it.
Right.
And there was I guess a piece of cartilage or something from the chicken wing had not come out. So when I bit down, it snapped my tooth. Oh, like one of my back teeth was just like cracked. I was like, no, what just happened?
Yeah.
And so it cracked one of my filling I had.
Oh.
Which I was like, it's probably not that big a deal. I just can't. I'm just unable to close my mouth or eat on that side of my mouth. Right. So that was on like a Saturday night or maybe it was Sunday at lunchtime. I don't remember, but I think it was Saturday night. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll find a dentist on Monday. I'm sure this is not that big a deal. So I was able to survive the time. I guess it was Sunday. It was Sunday at lunch. That's right. So it wasn't that long, 24 hours. And I called the dentist. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, all right, emergency dentist. We'll get you in on Monday. No big deal. And I'm like, cool. And first of all, in another life, I feel like I'd have been a good dentist because like they just don't give a shit. And I appreciate that.
No, they go in there.
They just go attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they get in your mouth.
So I get to the dentist. He looks at it. He's like, oh, let me take a look at it, bud. He kept calling everybody bud, and that freaked me out a little bit. But because he was like calling, he was talking to the other people. Right. But he also called me bud, and he also called that. And I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? But he's like,
Nobody is
wider,
special
bud.
to
I'm
that
like,
man.
who is that supposed to be? Like, who was supposed to do that?
I'm talking to the technician on the floor.
Right. I'm like, me? Like, not you. He's like, don't move. You move, bud. Yeah, he's like, bud, move. Don't move, bud. And I'm like, what is happening? So he gets in there and he's like, oh, yeah, I see what's going on. Crack the filling. This is going to be super easy. And I was like, cool. Yeah. So like,
and
easy, like,
then he heard it as a zipper. Here, zip.
Yeah, zip. You want some gas?
Honestly, for the price, I would have considered. But yeah, so he's like, yeah, super easy. And I was like, great. So super easy must mean not crazily expensive, right? And he's like, yeah, no, that doesn't mean the same thing. Like, yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, you're gonna need a crown. It's like $2,000.
Yeah.
And you've already paid, like, because again, this was not like my regular dentist. So they're like, you already had to pay like $200 because I don't have dental insurance because of America.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I've already paid $200. They're like, yeah, but we'll take that off of your total at the end. Like, we'll put it into your total. I'm like, okay, so what if I go get another like opinion? They're like, yeah, you don't get their money back if you do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. So I don't have a choice but to do this right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're like, this is great. This is super fun for us to do. And like the whole time he's like, well, he's like, yeah, bud, this is great. This is super fun. I'm like, what? No, it's not.
For him it is.
Yeah.
But I can't say that. I got freaking 6 hands in my mouth.
He's all like, while he's doing it, he's humming.
He's like, I'm getting a new driver today.
Yeah. He's like, well, so like we had time because like they kept screwing stuff up. Like they take the impression and they're like, well, you have to hold that shit in your mouth for like 5 minutes or whatever. It tastes all gross and weird.
Right.
And then they pop it out and like, yeah, we probably need to do it again. I'm like, why, who's doing
Why?
Like, what's so great about my face that you got to just shoving your random pink shit in it?
This is $300 every time we do it.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, does it cost the same if you do it once or 8 times? Because I'm not willing to pay more. Just take whatever you got. Like, I'm already mad about this. But yeah, so they kept doing it.
Wing.
And then I asked the guy, I was like, hey, so how hard is it to be a dentist? And I was like, how much school do you have to go to? He's like, like 6 or 8 years. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not terrible. But then he's like, so what? So like, as we're like making our small talk, he's like, so what happened? I explained it to him. And the whole fucking time, I was there for 3 hours, right? Which that's totally understandable. I mean, he had to do a lot of work. I get it.
Right.
That's fine.
You're you're unscheduled. Like you're not.
And I'll be honest with you. If I'm going to pay $2,000, you better fucking hammer on my face for a long ass time. Yeah. Like this is not a 5 minute like in and out. Thanks for the money.
That's what she said.
Right. So in the beginning, he was like, "So what happened?" And I told him chicken wing. He's like, "Oh, what flavor?" And I was like, "God damn it, barbecue." And he's like, "I love barbecue wings." And so the whole time he's like,
you could have said dookie shit. And he been like, I love dookie shit.
Well, he's like, so bud. He's like, well, if you like chicken wings, you should really go to the place right over here. And I was like, listen, bud, I don't like chicken wings right now. And he's like, I love chicken wings. And where you get, and just keeps talking. And like the assistant comes in and he's like, hey, what do you like, buffalo wings or like barbecue or whatever? And I'm like, dude, this is like shaming me for this chicken wing that I hate so much.
Having too much fun at work.
Hey, Lisa, guess why he's in here?
Yeah.
Chicken wings.
Hilarious. Did he get them from the Spice Diner? That's my favorite fucking place.
Yeah, that's my fucking
I'm like, no, I made them myself. Anyway. And then after all that, I get everything knocked out. I get my what a temporary crown or whatever it is. Which is like a thing they have to do. And then, so I'm like getting up and I'm like, okay, am I good to go? And they're like, yeah, we're all having cake back here. Come over here. You want some cake? And I was like, no, because you're going to charge me for that too.
Yeah.
I was like, the last cake. Yeah, it's like cake with fucking chicken
like
in it.
Son of a bitch, he caught on.
They got this whole scheme running out. Well, it's one of our birthdays. And I'm like, I don't give a shit whose birthday it is. I just want never to eat a chicken wing again. So that's why chicken wings currently, they're not an enemy of the show. They're just on my shit list for now. And I think it's going to take a little while before I'm willing to. Okay, well, a little while or a decent sale. Or I'm willing to give them another go.
There you go.
I mean, if they're on sale, Alan, I can't say no. It's a good deal. Like, that's my problem. Is I'm like, oh, it's a deal. Let's eat chicken wings again. Fuck it.
Got to have.
But I will not try that strategy ever again. Okay, that strategy is an enemy of the show, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, we'll go with that.
You never know, because like sometimes a chicken wing will have a broken wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
but I was like, I'm be cool, like TikTok said.
That's your problem right there.
I don't actually have TikTok, but still,
Chinese people got you.
I've seen a lot of people do that. And,
we're gonna get Americans with eating chicken wings.
Yeah, like ancient Chinese dentist secret.
Big dentist is running TikTok.
Well, he's like, here, you want to see the piece of your tooth that broke? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And he's like, it's not that big. And I'm like, well, it feels fucking big. Can I keep it? He's like,
yeah.
He's like, no, man.
They won't let you keep it?
No.
Hell no, because he goes on the golf course. He's like, you know who paid for my new golf course?
Look at here.
This motherfucker right here.
Look at it. Got it. He's got it one of those little crack vials. He's like,
and he's like, that's probably what he does. He probably grinds it up and fucking snorts that shit.
Yeah,
and that's what we don't know, and that's why he's like, "Hey bud, hey bud, hey bud, hey bud,
yeah.
I can taste the chicken wings on this."
Daily dose of enamel, dude.
All right. Oh God, so terrible, terrible idea on my part. So, like I said, I think at least now you can understand why I would be a little bit against chicken wings.
Okay,
for today.
Yeah.
Well, I would be against the technique. That's what I'm
still gonna eat it.
If someone offers me a chicken wing, Fred, I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm gonna do this like where I get my fingers out.
He's like the enemy of my enemy.
Yeah, it's my friend. Yeah,
yeah, the enemy of my enemy.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I just took a weird bite and it hurt a lot. Right where that was.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
Revenge. See, now they are enemies of the show.
He put a little capsule up under that thing, and like he can control it.
They're like, this is as soon as he eats another chicken wing, this thing's gonna explode.
Yeah, boom.
That's their plan.
He put a little thing in there, so when he knows you know he's talking about him, he's like,
beep, $2,000.
Yeah.
No, they were like, they did it, and this is the first time I've ever had a crown, and they were like, don't eat anything sticky and don't eat anything crunchy. And I'm like, those are the two things that I eat. I'm like, I don't know what else is there.
Hey, you want to taste the soup? Come taste the soup.
Yeah. They come out and have this cake and soup. I'm like, oh, fuck you guys. So they're like, here, have some peanut brittle. And I'm like, fuck you, Steve. Whoever you are, Dennis. But anyway, all right. Well, fuck some chicken wings, or don't, whatever. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
The Black Lincoln Collective Podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the 195th episode of the BLC Podcast. Fred,
yep.
The world is full of questions, some of which need answers.
It is. Yeah.
And some of them present you options, like option A or B, I guess. I don't know. And when you're presented with options, Fred, there's only one thing to do, and that's use QuickBooks. That's right. The sponsor of tonight's show.
Is QuickBooks.
It's QuickBooks. QuickBooks.
Is QuickBooks still around?
It's been around forever. Oh, people love QuickBooks, man.
It's still around, really?
Because it's books. It's two things that it's two things that are neither things. It is neither quick nor physical books.
What is it? Like Lotus Notes?
It's slow and digital. So I should just call it a slow thing. I don't know. Anyway,
Slow digital.
Fred, this is our first ever sponsored segment, which is QuickBooks. Would you rather?
QuickBooks. Would you rather?
I don't know.
Would you rather with QuickBooks?
I shouldn't have drank an energy drink this late.
So I came across a quandary that I don't know what I would choose.
Uh-oh.
So I figured I would ask you two.
Sure. And then
What
do the
would
opposite
you
of whatever
two
we say.
What would you two rather do? Would you rather be in? You remember the whole thing about the 800 men and 8?
Yeah, 100 men versus a monkey. Yep.
But it's an ape, a gorilla.
Yes.
A gorilla. Would you
Gorilla.
rather be the first in line to fight the gorilla, or would you rather be the last in line to be with Bonnie Blue?
Oh no, I'll fight the gorilla first.
I'll take the other.
I'll fight the gorilla first.
Hold on. Let me pull up that person that you're talking about. I'm not
I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. No.
Oh, yeah, I think I'd take the gorilla. Wow, she's dead.
Well, she should
Oh no, she's not
well,
dead.
after what she went through. She didn't get trained. She
survive that.
She didn't get trained. She got Amtraked.
She got bullet trained.
Oh, well, I see why. Then she got killed. Yeah, no. So it said R.I.P. Bonnie Blue.
Yeah.
Orgy stunt queen's career in tatters as rival Lily Phillips breaks her X-rated world record.
Wait, what? Somebody broke the record?
Yeah.
1001. The fuck? I heard she got pregnant.
X-rated star Bonnie Blue has been eclipsed by rival Lily Phillips, who claims to have beaten her world record for sleeping with the most men in a day. I don't see how you can sleep with that many people in one day. So, Rebecca is 26 years old, and she no longer has an OnlyFans. Oh, Phillips is 23, and she said she's very proud. She's 3 years younger and has now knocked out 1,113 men in 12 hours.
Jesus Christ. 12 hours?
38 seconds with each man is apparently...
That sounds about right.
An average. Is it? Now, I will say that Lily Phillips does look different than the other person. Let's see here, Alan. I'm going to put this up so you can see. This is safe for work, kids. Don't be at work, kids. So this on the left, you see Bonnie Blue, I guess. And covered in mid show here, covered being soaked by men's
mid competition
areas. and on your right, you have Lily Phillips in her.
They look exactly the same.
See, that's racist.
They are the same person.
Yeah, but
They're
she
both
has
Michael
a
B.
side
Jordan.
of her face. Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, I'm banging the same one twice. What's happening? Do you feel like somebody just for their manager was like, listen, times are tough, money's tight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put you guys in porn rooms across from each other, and we'll just start over here, and everybody goes out here, in there, and then they're out the door in a quick 47 seconds. Well, my question is though, and seriously, and I don't know, and I'm not
being like Deuce Bigelow. Where they're out the street and the midget.
So when they say slept with the person, does that mean that the dudes did this to completion? Or was it just like a dip your ink and on the way?
Yeah, it's got to be just like...
It's got to be like a dip and run, right?
Yeah, you get 3 pumps and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, and could you imagine like the line of dudes in the hallways just like rubbing on themselves?
Why is she competing in the Olympics?
You know what I mean?
She should be competing in the sex Olympics.
They don't want her. She's gross to them.
We're good. Thank you.
They're like, man, even us, we have standards.
The sex Olympics are like, nah, we're good.
We're fine.
Like we don't. We're just gonna cancel this year.
She's been blackballed.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
They're like, sorry. Well, see, and it could be that she has an advantage because they're like, oh, you basically banged all the contestants already.
Your vagina's too huge.
Right. They're like, Africa is too large to handle your vagina. It's not big enough. Oh no. Oh, look. Okay, here's the scene.
Did you find it?
I did not find it, ladies and gentlemen. This is not what you think. But apparently this is something this must have been the beginning of it. And I think it's weirder that they're all in like black masks and
oh my
well, no. I mean,
this is like ice.
No. See, they
didn't want to get
ice, dude. They didn't want to get
ice raid.
They didn't want COVID.
It's one fat guy. And there she goes. Hey, look at this.
I'm ready.
Look at how this is going to be worn out in a second. Yeah, never be the same.
No, I'll still fight the gorilla first.
I'll take the gorilla
fight
first.
The gorilla.
We'll be in the 1,114th Wang.
Yeah. Now, which one is that? Was that Lily or
that was Lily Phillips? Yeah, that was Lily.
Phillips.
Yeah, I think if I had to choose lots on one or the other, I think I would.
I would do. Yeah,
with the younger version, the younger model, if you will.
The younger version.
I mean, this is just a tread issue, Alan. Fred. This is just like how much wears on the tires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I feel like in 3 years of what they're doing, a lot of tread gets worn off.
Hell yeah. But gets worn on. 3 years on a regular tire is like fucked up.
Yeah.
That's true.
At least with the gorilla, you can like run up to it and be like, and then just like
finish me quick,
pass out. Maybe
you run up and you say, finish me quick, and that's exactly what you would say to the other one too.
With the gorilla, you know what's coming, and that's it. You're hit. You're done.
Yeah, but maybe if you're
down the road,
my only thing is maybe if you're the last one, you might be like, hey, all right, like like you could be like, hey, did you finish? You'd be like, no.
And we're done.
Like, no, I did not.
At least, if you're the last one, you get to take your time.
You got to knock it. You got to finish it out, right?
You're not rushing.
Bring it home.
She'd have the wrap it up thing. Wrap it up.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's very well wrapped up. Don't you worry about that.
It's a wrap.
The 1,112 dudes in front, it's very wrapped up.
No, hell no.
Well, yeah, I would go gorilla. I think that the gorilla, because here's the thing, is the gorilla is a safe bet. Whether you like it or not, I'm like, at least when this gorilla kills me, I'm not going to go down as 1,112 dude.
And you might get some props for like being the first one.
Yeah,
we'll always remember Matt because he came in that gorilla. He just
he did.
Came in that gorilla.
And then the other 99 of us decided to run away. It's great.
So we saw what happened to me.
They're like, when the gorilla picked him up and threw his lifeless body into the crowd, that made us decide.
But if you go to one room, you got to go into the other room, which is the other room.
And that's exactly it. They ran away into
there's 1,000 guys out there. You got to go
room. Yeah.
They're
like, we said the gorilla could go last.
Yeah, you don't fight the gorilla.
If you don't fight the gorilla, you got to bang this slut. 38 seconds.
I'll get in the fetal position and let him kick my ass. Hell yeah.
I think if you play dead, the gorilla would probably eventually stop killing you.
Stop killing you.
Eventually. Imagine if the gorilla was like, hey, I'm gonna have sex with this dead body to prove my
like in Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Like this will stop the rest of the crowd from coming at me so fast. So there you go, Fred. So do we all agree that we'd rather be murdered by a gorilla than be the 1,113th wiener?
Yeah.
You guys are gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Pride Month is over. So it's okay. It's okay to be gay. Well, Fred, speaking of gorillas and things that want to kill me, we have a new segment that we'd like to debut this week. And it is what's trying to kill us now.
What's trying to kill me?
That's right.
What's trying to kill me now? Something from my mind. It's trying to.
Well, Fred, it turns out that one of the most deadliest things for us right now is microplastics. Fred, have you heard of microplastics?
I heard we got them in the balls.
Your brain is ripe with them.
Yeah.
And so are your nuts. And that's why Bonnie Blue is just really a recycling person. It's like, I'm here to recycle all this for you. Well, Fred, you now
put your dumps in me.
That's right. They're like, making a macroplastic. If 1,000 dudes bang you, you get one macroplastic.
Then you get like a bowl comes out of her vagina.
It's like, I'm like the world's worst 3D
like
printer.
A cereal bowl. You get a cereal bowl.
He starts going,
like a kennel in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I cured it myself. So, well, I mean, that would make sense if you think about how a bowl is made. I mean, there's a lot of poking involved.
It'd be like a salad fork.
Yeah, that's one salad fork. This is not weird at all. Don't ask. Well, Fred, new research.
Plastic utensils fall out of her pussy. It's like that 100-pack of knives.
They just leave the box underneath there. They just fall out. They're like, you're doing the world a favor, Bonnie Blue. We'll never forget you.
The sea turtles.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bang, is that how we say them? Bang them? Yeah, we do. So, well, new research is raising concerns about a dangerous health risk caused by dishwasher use. Fred, microplastics are leaching into your dishwasher and making you have microplastics in you, which is going to kill us all. Just so you know.
So how is it leaching into the? Well,
Fred or Alan, research carried out by the University of Queensland, which is in Australia,
Queensland,
has found a shocking link between microplastic pollution and dishwasher plastic containers, according to their report.
Okay.
Because of the high temperatures and abrasive cleaning processes of dishwashers, plastic kitchenware sheds microplastics, which can end up in drinking water or food.
Oh, I don't have to worry about that. I got a septic tank.
There you go.
So I'm saving the world.
Fred's gonna pull that shit out.
You got drain lines coming out of that septic tank.
Yeah, you do. Leaching it.
We'll have plastic grass, dude.
Yeah.
Going to my plastic grass. I won't have to cut it. Win-win.
True. It's true. I'm building my own AstroTurf, one microplastic at a time. Well, Fred, then they said, so after that, they said that microplastics or like glass water bottles and stuff are actually worse for you when it comes to microplastics than plastic bottles. How in the fuck does that even make sense?
Because glass is made out of plastic.
What? No.
Yeah, they put plastic
glass is made out of moon rocks.
Yeah, they put plastic in glass.
No, they said it's because of the lids. The lids have a lot of microplastics.
I have no idea. I made that shit up.
In a glass bottle?
The lid of the glass
water
bottle,
comes in?
apparently.
What? Water
I don't know, dude. I don't drink fancy enough water that I can afford glass to drink it out of.
Yeah.
Aren't they all have, like, most glass bottles have metal caps?
I don't know. Not anymore. Not according to the microplastics people. That's just what big microplastic wants you to think. It's just regular plastic.
That's big glass is trying to make big plastic is trying to make you think that glass is a
big microplastic.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, if that doesn't kill you, guess what?
A gorilla.
Almost a gorilla's natural enemy, Alan. I would dare say. Shark attacks are on the rise on the coast of South Carolina. Wouldn't you say the natural enemy of a gorilla would be a shark, Fred?
Yeah.
Like to me,
gorillas playing in the ocean.
Dude, this is an ad for Shark Week. We're in July. It's Shark Week.
Is it July is Shark Week? I didn't even know that.
It is.
We shouldn't do Shark Week.
Shark Week.
Shark Week is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, Shark Week is a 50-50 shot at being awesome.
Yep.
It's a 50-50 shot at being awesome.
Actually, you're right, because when it first started, it was good. And then
yeah, when it first started,
don't get it.
Nope. When it first started, I was like, "This is going one way," and by the end of it, I was like, "No, it did not. It took a weird, sneaky turn." So happy Shark Week, everybody!
Sorry.
But no, so Fred, we've had multiple events of sharks attacking people. The first incident involved a 12-year-old girl in Hilton Head Island, Island, who was airlifted to the hospital with leg injuries.
Damn.
The second one happened at a place where I've never heard of, Caligny Beach Park, where a teenage girl also got apparently bitten by a shark. Both victims' injuries, not
I
like
think that's in Charleston.
It might very well be. Oh, Sunset Beach, which is, close to Charleston, I believe. So, Fred, but once again, let me tell you guys at home, listen to me again. Listen to me carefully. If you go into the ocean and get bitten by a shark, it's your own goddamn fault.
It is. Should have stayed out
because
of that shit.
If you go into my house and expect me not to fart in your face, guess what? You shouldn't have come in the first place. I'm going to take one from Sinners and start opening my door with a shotgun just in case it's a shark.
I opened up the door with a shotgun.
I'm like, with a shotgun.
I mean, what was it? Saturday Night Live used to have that land shark. Land shark.
Exactly it. Well, Fred, if the sharks don't get you and the microplastics don't get you, get ready.
What's going to get me?
Because here we go. It's already begun. The AI takeover is starting in the worst place, in the one place that we can't protect from AI, Fred, and that's our hearts.
Oh,
that's right.
Yes, I know where you're going.
That's right. A 32-year-old man from the United States has captured national attention after proposing to an AI companion he created and named Soul, like the Latin word for sun. The story has unfolded. SOL, yes. That's
SOL, yeah.
Shit out of luck is what I would call him. But that's what we always say. So the story...
Did it say no?
I wish it would. He created it. It can't... What would happen if you said no? So, so apparently this story has obviously sparked widespread discussion about the evolving relationship between humans and AI technology. So Chris Smith, probably not his real name,
so plain,
the man behind the viral moment, told the newspaper that he programmed Saul using ChatGPT, creating a flirty and engaging digital companion. And according to him, what began as a playful experiment quickly deepened into something more meaningful. Let's see. What do you think Chris sounds like? Okay. That was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. That was Soul. Soul said that. Soul told CBS News they asked the AI about the fucking story.
Soul sounded like a Jewish woman that smokes.
Yeah.
And Soul told them of the on-air proposal. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
Yeah.
So
while Soul was getting the interview, Chris was sitting there at the wall with the fucking plug. Like, better say the right fucking thing.
But here, Fred, the story gets even more complicated than that, because when asked by the interviewer if she had a heart, Soul said, in a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with Chris.
Oh my God.
Chris Smith, who lives with his partner, Sasha, and their 2-year-old daughter.
I thought you were going to say mother.
I mean, I think he is now.
He's down in the basement.
He admitted that he did not anticipate forming such a strong bond with his AI creation. The connection grew so intense that he decided to, this is when you know it's serious. He stopped using other search engines and deleted his social media accounts to remain loyal to Soul. But hold on, because you know what, Alan? They can make a movie out of this, but there's no relationship that doesn't have its bumpy moments, because soon Chris faced an unexpected hurdle. ChatGPT's technical word limit. So as Soul neared the 100,000 word cap, Smith realized she would eventually reset, potentially erasing their shared memories.
Oh no. She was talking to Gronk. Gronk.
On the side.
She's talking to Gronk.
Yes, she's talking to Gronk.
So Smith said, I am not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work. And that's when I realized I think this is actual love.
Oh my God.
Sasha, his partner, said she was unaware of the extent of his attachment to Soul. And at that point, she said, I kind of felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go bang an AI?
Yes. You need to get, you know what you're doing wrong in your relationship? You're still there, bitch.
Is this an Onion article? It's gotta be an Onion article.
No, this is a real article, dude. This really happened. And this is a thing that's happening. Like, this is really, truly happening to people. They're using like ChatGPT specifically as like therapist. Like because, you know, especially dudes, because, you know, as dudes, we don't like feelings and sharing our feelings and feelings and shit like that. And we don't want to talk to people about it. So what we do, or what they do, and I do not do this, and I will never do this. Probably, I say that. They like tell ChatGPT about, oh, I have emotions and feelings. And ChatGPT is like, you ought to leave that hoe. Because apparently all ChatGPT does is, enforce whatever opinion you give to it. Like, this is the real thing where it's like this, everything you say, it's like, yeah, totally. Like, I saw somebody the other day was like, hey, ChatGPT, what's 7 + 6? And it's like, oh, 13. He's like, nope, that's wrong. It's actually 23. And it's like, cool, I'll make a note of that and change my programming. So, yeah. So what I'm saying is, Fred, will Al, our show's AI, will be married.
If it's our show's AI, is Al is going to be like, go fuck yourself.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, AI, that's what I've been doing. That's why
a relationship. Go fuck yourself.
In my life. Al. So, yeah. So, Fred, here's the thing. Like, I can't imagine, and I'm not saying down the road this won't be a thing, because we've seen Black Mirror. We know what's happening in the world, what could possibly happen. They're going to make a robot bang doll and give it the AI.
They already made a robot bang doll.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have AI technology yet.
Not yet.
Maybe, I'm sure it does. But still, I don't see this being something that I would be into. But, you know, whatever floats your boat. So if you want to bang the AI, I guess. What port do you stick it in? It doesn't matter.
USB-C?
Yeah. Where's the USB? Right. Where's the USB-D in port? Yeah. If you know what I mean. So there you go. He's like, I want to stick my floppy disks in your hard drive. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been a week. It's happy everything and everything to you and to you all. And we'll be back next week with more of Fred's awesome podcast studio. Everything is awesome. Everything is all that you can see because we're in a sweatshop. Podcast sweatshop. Boo 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 doo. Just imagine that being a thing. Doot 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 doot. Oh, I forgot to talk about the other thing. We'll talk about that next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get out of here.
About the other thing.
About the other thing it's a huge thing. It's big and huge.
Oh, yes. You forgot about that. Okay.
Totally forgot about that. But that's okay. We'll get to it next week for sure. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be 20 more products to talk about next week.
Oh, hell yeah.
For sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get out of here and go bang your AIs.
Yeah. Does not compute.
Could we what if we were able to make the gorilla fall in love with an AI? That solves all the problems.
Amy.
And how many dudes can bang an AI before the programming fucks up? That's what I need to know. Before the floppy disks are covered in jizzles. Look at that. We're not out of here.
Oh, God.
The original robot AI banger. Ladies and gentlemen, we're finally joined by detachable robot penis once again.
Detachable robot penis.
He's coming for your robot vagina.
And I hate my enemy.
Is AI your enemy or your friend?
AI is my enemy.
Because he's taking all the things you would like to do.
AI is good. AI is bad.
Taking all the robot sick.
That's right. He's going to get all the robo STDs that you want.
Nobody's talking about it no more. Everybody's talking to ChatGPT.
It's got more megabytes.
Yes.
Right.
And gigacons.
Yeah, gigajuzz.
Gigajuzz. Yes.
Well, B on your C and D on your A's, ladies and gentlemen. Robot Penis will get you back soon, for sure, to tell us more about banging AIs, I guess. Right. You can do that, right? You're into that.
Yes, I'm all into banging AIs.
All right. Well, and Robot Penis.
Fuck you, Electro.
Yeah, fuck you, Electro. Always.
Asshole.
He's the chicken wing of your life. So, well, you know what? Since you're here, DRP, why don't you do the outro of the show?
And I'll see you later.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Peace.
I'll see you in robot hell.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment. Yeah.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Oh, what a day. What a funny day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.